Okay, so we are here in Waycross, and today we're going to be editing configs around. We're going to be editing a couple industries. We're going to be editing the Hump config, and if we have time, um, we're going to return to the Fitzgerald sub, and we're going to start configuring industries along there. But first off, I want to just do Waycross and then the A line, and then something else we have to do is we have to configure my traffic config because for whatever reason, I lost my spawn point for my supply trains, which is perfectly fine because I wanted to remake it anyways. Um, so I guess we'll just start off with the Hump config. If you haven't seen my Hump config, which most people haven't, this is my Hump config. The base config is from the depot. However, I have edited this thing to a point that it has a lot of changes here. So I added all of these here. You can basically there's a lot of options here for using the hump. I have individual yards where you can organize the locals. You can organize them by industry. So, for example, the Sanford locals, if you have a train with the Sanford locals on it, you can split the train up here. And then you can further organize the train by industry. Same goes for the Waycross, where you have the two Waycross locals here, and then Waycross Industries. And that goes for every single one of them. The only one I don't currently have is for the Fitzgerald sub. Just because I don't have it yet. And, you know, it's funny. I was going to make the Fitzgerald config by scratch, or from scratch. And, well, I don't think I'm going to do that, because look at all the industries we have here. Really, there's no reason for me to do that. So I'm just not going to do that. Yeah, I'm just not going to. But I need to make it here. And we will do that soon. However, one thing I do want to do is I want to make an outbound config. And I think I'm going to do that last. So do I have everything here? Taft, Pecan, Moncrief, Waycross, Sanford. Is there a yard that I am missing? Let me just check in my spreadsheet here. Where is the information? That's the information. So according to my spreadsheet here, you can see all the yards in my spreadsheet. You can see Moncrief, Waycross, Taft, Sanford, and then Pecan. And you can see all the locals here. If it says independent, like this one, that was weird. If it says ind or independent or no, independent means that when I made the supply config, or the supply train system, this local has its own supply train. If it says no, it means that I excluded it from the supply train. And something else I'm going to search up here is the depot, because I think that would be very important. Let's see. It's, what do I need? Destination tags, I think, would be the best option. Yes, destination tags A-line. And I'm just going to pull that up so that we have a little bit more information. So that's really all that means, is that it has its own supply train. And then these numbers just here, 191809. When I make a supply train, I always put dash and then a number. And this number just tells me what trains would have a particular local on it. So, for example, supply train Q45619 has local A768. That's the only reason I did that. Obviously, I have to remake it, so those numbers are going to go bye-bye. All right, but first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start making the config for Fitzgerald because we have a boatload of industries for it. So I'm going to make Fitzgerald. Let's see, Fitz locals. And I guess we're just going to get started here. So I am going to do A731. Or no, I should probably start from lowest to highest, right? A720. Let's learn how to count here. A720. And I'm just going to copy that overflow. And then, you know what? I'm just going to do it again. Let's just, oops. Let's just do a couple of these. How many locals do we have? One. I should have really, you know, when I was doing this, I should have numbered this based on, you know, frequency, like A20, A23, A20, A26. And obviously I didn't do that. That's my bad. I mean, I guess that's pretty good right there. Why do I have this twice? Well, that's okay. I have both of these twice. Why do I have why is that? Okay, that's great. All right, let's just close that down. So, all right, hold on one second. Let me just take a look here. Let's just go into my industry configuration window. So I have 720, 723, 26, yes. And then we have 30. 30 is that one right there. 31 and then 32. Okay, good. I have everything. I'm not missing anything. Always want to make sure that you check that just to make sure we have everything. All right, cool. So I guess I'll start with 720. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right. Okay, that's all we have. Hello, Mikey. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. All right, well, let's just get started here. So I have 6. I imagine that we can fit it in here. Question is, should I put it down there? No. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start at 41. And we're going to do A720. And then copy that. Overflow. And then just do that. There we go. And then we're going to do A723. Overflow. And this is just to give us space, because sometimes when a local train comes in, you know, you have a lot of locals on one train and there's a lot of cars to that one local. So if we have these overflow tracks, it just makes things better. All right, so then A23, the next one is, A726. Don't want to do that. Ooh. And then I'm going to just blah, blah, overflow. Nope, that's how to spell overflow. Let me just copy that. Boom. And then we'll do A730, which A730, I believe, is the... No, it's not. A726 and A730 are the biggest locals that we have on our system. So today's my last day since break. Oh, nice. Oh, it was your first day since break. Yeah, you're back at school. Hopefully that went well. All right, so now that I did that, A731, which is, I think, what is it, our third biggest local? And then A732 is our third biggest local, I believe. No, our fourth biggest local. Sorry, I don't know what I'm saying. All right, so now that I did that, let's do A731. Copy that, overflow. Blah. Oh, no, blah, blah, and then blah. There we go. And last but not least, A732. And then blah, overflow, blah, and blah. There we go. So in order for... So, okay, so this is what's going to happen with this. With the system that we have, and it's funny, we have a big snowstorm coming tomorrow. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, right now it's just raining. So actually, let me just look at the weather. What is the weather right now? Weather... Oh, it's 36 degrees, and it's going to go up to 40. No, up to 50 tomorrow. Oh, wow. Sorry. Wow, okay. Yeah, it's going to be in the 40s, so... Okay, so with the system that I just produced here, what happens is a supply train comes in, and it has cars tagged for locals A720, A726, A723, and... My goodness, that's a loud truck. And when you put it over the hump, it's going to organize the train to these different tracks here. If you want it to go to the overflow, is this config's fun or no? It's fun because it's my config. So that it's good. It's a fun config. You'll want this one because it's very in depth. Now, to put it to an overflow track, you have to tag it overflow, or else it's not going to go to these other tracks. It just makes pumping a train much easier. All right, so now that I did that, all the locals have their own track. I'm going to save that. Oh, no, I want to have this. Yes. Okay, so the next one, we're going to do Fitz Industries. And how many industries do we have here? 2. Didn't A720 have another one? I thought A720 had another one. Let me just take a look at that. Okay, A720 had only 2 locals. Okay, that's perfectly fine. All right, so A720, how do I open up the config? It's Control F6. There we go. So I guess it only had 2. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So that has 14, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, did I just count that? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So that means that both of these have 36 in total. So 36 plus 14. Mateo doesn't know how to do math, would be about 50. Yes, it would be 50. So in total, there are about 50 locals on the Fitzgerald sub. So with that information, our hump has a total of 64 positions here. So I guess what I will do is, oh, well, that makes it really easy. You know what's something I can do? I could start on B14. I'm going to just start on B14. If we don't have enough, that's perfectly fine. So let's just start putting locals down. JTR, Ben. I think if I do, no, okay, never mind. I was going to say, if I did tab, would it appears well. JPS, SWS, FRM, FMI. Please note, I cannot see chat, so I apologize if you're writing anything. Trying to do math. Yes. I had to do math this morning because I had to fill out farm paperwork, and I had to figure out space. And my grandma was telling me that when she had to do this back in like the 80s, because we had to fill this paperwork back then, none of her relatives wanted to get involved. And I'm like, to be honest, I don't blame them, because I had like a number and I had to divide space and it had to add up to that number. And when I was doing it, it wasn't adding up. And I'm like, but I'm getting 54 and it's supposed to be 70 and it's not working. And I'm like, but even if I add that space, it only goes up to 57 and it just wasn't working. And it took a couple days, but that's okay. We got it done and everything's good now. So MGA, SCB, that's why I didn't go live this morning. I was going to start streaming this morning, and well, that's why I didn't go live, because I was working on this paperwork. So there we go. CHB, GFL, and then JCM and MMJ. Okay, cool. Now to the big local. So this is A726. Why are you right there? Sorry, I started writing on the spreadsheet. I don't know why I did that. EID. FBI, open up. GBD, GBA, MPT, MDI. Want to do RO later. I don't know if I'll have time. We'll see. Okay, OSS, PGF, PPC, RWG, SMI, SVP. Wasn't that an industry on in SoCal? I think SVP is an industry on SoCal. TIFF, VLS, WFS, and then WFI. Okay, so there we go. Look at that. Nice. And then let's do BSS, CDS. This is the last of it. Yay, CDS, CFE, DCS. Wait, I didn't do CFE. Why didn't I write that down? CFE. Wait, hold on. What's going on here? CFE. Okay. And then DCS. Sorry, Mateo doesn't know what he's doing. GPC. GLC. HIC. No, it's not. What the heck? No, it's HII. I believe this is HII. I said it was HLL at first, but I believe it's HII. Okay, and then after I do that one, Hog. There was something we have to do at Hog. I was taking a look at these industries a couple days ago. You know what? Why am I hitting shift? I could just put the caps lock on and we could do it that way. NASA, RCC, UCW, VDC, VLW. How am I? Oh, look at that. I know how to count. Mateo made it somewhere in his life. Wow. He knows how to count. Goody. So that is the last industry, and look at that. I counted correctly. Um, cool. Let me save that so that if the game crashes, we don't lose anything. All right. So with that said, when a supply train for Fitzgerald comes in, you can organize it by local, and then you can further organize it by industry. Which it's as simple as taking the cars out of the bowl, pulling them to the receiving yard, going into here, pressing Control F6, going to Fitzgerald Industries, setting that, and boom, you can now organize it by industry. Yes. So there we go. Hey, I know how to count. Nice. All right. So something else I want to do with this is I want to make a general local config. So right now you can organize it by yard local. So all the industries for Sanford, excuse me, all the locals for Sanford are organized through the Sanford local. But what happens if a supply train comes in and it has locals going to Moncrief, Pecan, Taft, and then Fitzgerald? Right now, I don't have a config that can do that. So I hope I can make another one. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. Yay. So I'm going to make a general local config, and I will not do this with industries because there's too many industries. So we're just going to make a general local config. And the nice thing about this, if I go to my spreadsheet here, we have, let's see, how many locals do we have? We have quite a few, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So we have 22 locals, and if we have 64 little slots here, I'm just trying to figure out if maybe I can do overflow. So what did I say? 22? Which would mean that each local could have about 2 overflow slots. Well, according to this, it's 2.9, which means that, if we had like one more track, we could do 3 in total. But I hope I can get that StreamCore bot working. Send me a screenshot of your dashboard and where it says add stream notification. Show me that, and then I might be able to figure out what's happening. Oh man, look at that. I spelled general wrong. There we go. Is that how you spell general? For some reason that doesn't look right. All right, so with that said, let's just get started here. Wait, hold on one second. Huh. So here's the thing I'm figuring out. So if we're going to give each local an overflow thing, that means that each local is going to take 2 tracks, which means that in total, 44 of the tracks here will be filled for a local. Oh my God, Aqua. Hi. Hello, Aqua. That scared me. You know how long it's been since I've seen that notification? Hello, Aqua. Hopefully you're doing well on this Tuesday. It's not Tuesday, it's Monday. Sorry. As you can see, I've been all over the place. All right, give me a second. I'm still on the bus. I'm trying to get on my phone. It's okay. If you want to wait until you're on your computer, you can wait until you're on your computer, and I can help you then. You want to commit murder. Ooh, that sounds a little scary. All right, so if I do that, that means 54 will be the last one. Okay, what if I start at 15? If I start at 15, that means 60 will be the last one. Let's just start on 15. I know that's a little weird, but we're going to start on that. Why would you want to do that, Aqua? All right. You know what? Let's just get started. I guess I'll start off with the, you know what? Let's start off with Pecan, since that's the easiest one. Is that it? Yes, that's it. And then if I do overflow, that just gives us more space. Sorry, I don't have chat open. Why do you want to Aqua? I just questions. Okay. And then blah and blah, blah. And then let's not copy that. Blah. And then blah. Blah. Played one of the really old Castlevania games, which means that the games are a bit on the let's make the game harder by putting in things you can't dodge. And if you ain't doing it pixel perfect, oh yeah. Yeah, that's how old games work sometimes. Yeah, you gotta be pixel perfect. funny thing is, I installed a mod for one of the old Call of Duties, and one of the tanks are indestructible. It changes the model, and, well, it's indestructible. So I broke the game with the mod. So that, that's... Oh, wait, why did I do that? Okay, Control-C, Control-V, Mateo. Overflow, please. Also, I edited the Zomboid server. Uh-oh. Did you add more zombies or less zombies? Well, with you in the background, I'm going to unbox my board game. Ooh, fun. You configured the live stream role. Go into stream notifications. Okay. What? Go into your stream notifications and send me a screenshot of the one of what you did for your Twitch. Like, what did you put in and everything? And maybe I can see what you did there. All right, so the next one, did I do 799? I did 799. You know what I should do? Let me make this easier for whoever has to do this later. Okay, and then the next one would be 776. Is this Taft I'm working on? Yes, this is Taft that I'm working on. All right, well that's fine. Let's do 775 and then 775 overflow. Oops. Yeah. And then the next one is A776. Oops. No, why? Why did you do that, keyboard? There we go. So really, all I'm doing is I'm taking this and I'm putting it here to make the local config. That's basically all I'm doing. Okay. Do you want me to share? I can't join a call right now, unfortunately. But you can just send me a okay. So, in this here, click manage and show me what that notification looks like. That's all. Okay, so after I did that one, what's the next one? Ah, right, A799. That's what keyboard? Thank you, keyboard. You're actually working. Okay, overflow. You know why the keyboard's not working? It's not working because when I was typing all that information this morning, I may have broke my keyboard. Because it, I was like smacking the numbers because I had to punch a lot of data in. And, when you have to get to a number and that number, you get to a number lower than that number and you're like, what did I go wrong in my math? And you have to do it all over again. Somebody gets mad. All right, what should I do now? Y103 overflow. Y103 overflow. And then let's do, is it Y-Jax? Y-Jax 001? I think it's that one. Let me just double check. I'm just going to save this. And then if I go into here, am I thinking correctly? Oh yeah, it is. Look at that. Okay. No, not in the live role. Where it says stream notifications. I want to see what it says in stream notifications. Yeah, it just in stream notifications, show me the notification for your Twitch, and then I can help you from there. Okay. Okay, so good. Mateo knows what he's talking about. Let's just continue. And this is the last of it. Yay. Y103. Blah, and then blah, overflow. And then let's do Y124. Yes, let's do Y124. I'm missing a couple locals. Y291. Y291 is the TTX, and I believe it's also the Florida East Coast local or industry. And I decided not to include those in my config. Okay, for some reason I almost edited that. Okay. And then let's do A753. Blah, blah, overflow. Let's do A759. So this is now the Moncrief locals. Ah! I guess I could have... Sorry, obviously I can't use my keyboard today. Overflow, and then if I do... Is that the last one? No, I didn't do Y291. Oh no, I'll just add it right here. That's okay. Overflow. All right, give me... Okay, sounds good. Take your time. It's okay. I'm in no rush. Okay. So now that I did that, we have all the Moncrief locals. Now it's just to add these new locals. So A720. You know what I should do? Maybe I should like... maybe put another tag in these to where it's like pecan. That's an idea, actually. No, but then you know what you would have to do? You would have to tag each car pecan, Taft, Moncrief, and this just allows a more automated system. Because what I was thinking is, like, instead of, like, putting all the locals, what if we just organize the train by yard? But that means you would have to do extra tagging, and that just wouldn't work. All right, so A723, obviously Mateo's being very local? Very lazy. Very lazy because he's copying and pasting. All right, and I mean, it's just 3 numbers. Come on, Mateo. I think it's faster to, like, not copy and paste. Okay, A730. Yeah, I was about to copy and paste. Look at how fast it is just to write it in manually. And then... It's because Mateo's lazy. There we go. A732. Blah. See how long it takes to copy as opposed to, like, not doing that? Okay, so now that I did that, we have all the locals in. So now when a supply train comes in, you can organize it by local. And if I forgot any... you know what? I will double check off screen. Okay, so now that I did that, something else I want to do, which we're not going to do it right now, is I want to make an outbound config with all of the outbound tags. Because as of right now, we have the depot config, and this right here has all the outbound stuff. I want to redo it, just so it's a little bit easier. And I mean, I guess it's pretty much all here, but like, I want to remake it. Because right now I'm including the locals, like you can see Moncrief has all the locals here, and I just want to fix this. All right, so with that said, we are going to configure a couple industries. Just going to save that real quick, and we are going to configure a couple of the industries. Yes, let me just go here real quick, because I feel like there's a problem. That's A730. Where is A768? Okay, that has it. Rayonier? No, what am I looking for? It's the, it's this one. Hold on. Ace Pole. Okay. So this right here is the industry configuration menu. If you hit Control-I, left Control-I opens it up. Ace Pole should have that one. Okay, good. Okay, good. I think my config's good, right? Everything is good. All right, so that's perfectly fine. We are going to teleport to here, and we're gonna take a look at Rayonier real quick because I wanted to edit Rayonier and add some more tracks to it. So if we look at Rayonier, we have a track here. We have a track here. I was thinking about maybe expanding this, excuse me, hiccups. I was thinking about maybe expanding this one. I'm going to add these 2 tracks. Am I going to do that? I don't know. You know what? Let's just go in and start editing tracks. So if I hit Control-I and we look for Rayonier, which is this industry just here. Rayonier, why is... Rayonier, here we go. Rayonier. And then if I hit Edit Tracks... You can see the red. That's where the tracks currently are. Wow, why is that like that? I wish you had a little more option. Like hold on, let me fix my English. I wish there were a couple more options as far as how you could do this. Right now, you're pretty much restricted. Because let's say I wanted to make this smaller. I can't make it smaller. All I can do is remove it or add it back. I can't, like, remove circles, which is a little bit unfortunate. All right, so... all right. You know what? This is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to start adding a bunch of tracks. Let's add that section just there, and let's add that section. That's good like that. Let's see. I might add this section here. Let's add this section here. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because if we look on Google Earth, let's just go to Google Earth real quick. Actually, you know what? Maybe I'll just use Google Maps for the heck of it. Why is my dog barking? I think my dog wants back in. No, he's not in. You know what? I'll be right back. I'm gonna just let my dog in. Okay, I'm back. I'm gonna assume that my dog got cold. He wanted back in the living room. So the reason I did this is if you look at Rayonier, one, the reason I did it was because of the fact that this industry takes a lot of freight cars. It really does. Like, for example, when I ran the local last time, this whole section here was full of boxcars. This was full of boxcars. I had boxcars there. I had boxcars filling that whole place. And then I even had boxcars filling this. That is how many cars this industry can take when a local spawns in. Now, let me just look for Rayonier. Rayonier. It is a real industry in real life. Let me just see if I can find it. Here we go. Georgia. I would assume maybe here. That's not Rayonier. Ah, here we go. Waycross. That's not Rayonier. Although there is a train line going out of it. What industry, please? What? Oh, here you are. Are you Rayonier? Ah, this is Rayonier. Here we go. So this is the real life location. And, you know, something I could do is I could make the local train spawn with fewer train cars. But I don't really feel like doing that because if we look here, just look at how many boxcars this thing takes. Look at how this whole place right here is just full of boxcars. And then look at all the tankers we have. I think, yeah, look at that. There's even cars out here, which it looks like we have open hoppers. Maybe I can get the open hopper pack and we can bring some open hoppers here. Actually, thinking about it, is this place here supposed to take open hoppers? Let me look for Ray. Ray. Ah, okay. No, never mind. Oh, it can take the wood chip hoppers. Take double bay hoppers. Okay. So currently I deliver everything but the wood chip hoppers. Okay. So it can also take wood chip hoppers. Yeah. I'm back. I just sent you a DM. Okay. That's fine. That's A-okay. Yeah. So I was also thinking about adding tracks here. But I feel like this could be a really cool storage yard, so I'm not going to do that. We have tankers that go there. I was wondering if maybe I could expand this. So let me see. Can I? Ooh, I can do. Do I want to do that though? I mean, yeah. You know what? I'll just do it. If I don't like it later, I can always change it back. We could add tankers here. I don't know if I want to do that though, because obviously the tanker facility is here. See, when I'm editing tracks, I have a vision of how I want things to run, right? So obviously these two here, I mean these four here, are for the box cars. And this is according to the depot. This is half of why I'm thinking this way. And then the depot says that this is for center beam cars. Since this doesn't exist, I don't think it has anything listed for this track, but it has box cars listed for these two tracks. Obviously, these two can assume box cars. I want to say open hoppers are probably for this one. And then, obviously, it would make sense that the covered hoppers would go here because there's the little drainage facility right there. I don't know. So now that I did that, we can now service more cars here. And hopefully we can service a full supply train when it comes in. All right, so with that said, I'm going to edit the industry just because that allows us to not edit any more tracks. And we're just going to save this. Because actually, you know what, while I'm at it, maybe something I should do is I should just load up my single player save and just show you what I mean about, oops, it's nighttime. No, let's make it daytime. I should just show you, if the game wants to load in, just exactly how many freight cars one supply train can bring this industry. Actually, I think it was a couple supply trains, but either way, it was like 8,000 feet of freight cars. So, you know, that's obviously, you know, why I wanted to expand it. All right, so if I go to Rayonier, let me just teleport over here. And I will just show you what this industry looks like when it's full of freight cars. Shablam. So as you can see, I filled that section with boxcars. That is filled with boxcars. That whole section right there is filled with boxcars. That section is filled with grain cars. That whole section right there is filled with tankers. That right there has boxcars. And then over here we have tankers and boxcar or hoppers also being serviced. So obviously, I wanted to expand this just considering how many freight cars this industry here can service. And if I go to A768, you can obviously see all the stuff for Rayonier. So now that we did that, we can service more freight cars here, which is why I wanted to do that. All right, but with that said, we're going to go back to the main menu, and I'm just going to load up a fresh world. You know what, let's go to Moncrief. I have a couple things I need to continue doing with the Hump config. I have a couple more industries I need to configure. But something I want to do now is I want to rework my supply train system. While we are here in the A-line and Waycross, this is a good opportunity before we start venturing off into the Fitzgerald sub to just start working on a new traffic config. Now, this is only going to be for supply trains. And the place where I built my first supply train system was over here in Taft. All right, so if I go, let me just double check something real quick, because for whatever reason, I don't know, Woodbury, unless it's still here, but I don't see it. Yeah, it's not here anymore. That's very odd. Okay, and I'm pretty sure that I'm going to eventually change all of these, but for right now, we're just going to work on the supply train config. Yeah, you know what? Let's just start making our new traffic config. So this is for the supply train system. And this is very similar to the one that we have on the server. The way that we do this is we're just going to take a locomotive, we're going to say place spawn point, and I'm going to just place the spawn point right here. New spawn point, I'm going to name this custom Taft supply train point. There we go. So now if I save that, we now have a new spawn point. And if I go into my AI menu, you're not going to see it here. And the reason you're not going to see it is because we actually have to reload into the game. So let's just reload, shall we? So now that we reloaded into the game, we can now see here's the custom Taft supply train point. And I'm just going to go here to Taft. Right? This is Taft. This is Taft. And we're just going to start building the supply train system. So what I am going to do for this... Sorry. Do you mind? What I will do for this is I'm going to go down the list and I'm going to make a number of different supply trains. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to make yard-specific supply trains. So I'm going to have a base supply train for Moncrief, excluding Jax and Y103. Is that what I want to do? I think that's what I want to do, yes. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to write end. There we go. And this is just going to help me later. There we go. And maybe I can combine these two. We'll see what I end up doing. I don't really know what I'm going to do yet with that. So I'm going to make one supply train for every industry, including Y291, A759, A753, Y124, and then we're going to make one supply train for Jax, one for Y103, And then I'm going to start making individual supply trains for the other industries. So we will name those, and then we will put that right here so that we know what supply trains are which. So in order to make a supply train, I'm going to go in here. I'm going to go into train types. We're going to go to mix freight, and we're going to hit add. And the tag for this is going to be Q456-01. Q456 routes trains into Waycross's receiving yard. And then the 01 is pretty much meaningless. Sometimes when you're looking through the AI spawn point menu, you're going to notice trains with this. And by doing this, it basically allows the number to be changed when AI spawn in. So let's just say I spawn in an AI. Here it is. And you can see that it says 17. And that is because the date right now says December 17th. So that's all that does. Obviously, I want the trains to have tags so that I can see, so that I can see, what train it is and I can better organize it. So with that said, I'm going to go in here and we're going to name it 01. We're going to add DPUs. We're going to allow mid DPUs. We're going to add ES44s, SD70s, Dash 9s. Give it the liveries. Tag for industries. And the industries I want for this one will be Y299. Y299, which should be... Where's Y299? Would be down here at the bottom. Y299. A759, actually, I also want Y124, A753, which should be up here, A753, A759, and that is it for this supply train. So if we spawn this supply train in, the supply train looks like this, and you can see that it spawns with cars for industries. So we have a bunch for A753. Let's see if we have any others here. A759. Which, there we go. Lot for A759. More for A753, Y124, Y299, which that's already configured. A753, more for Y1299. Sorry, does that say? No, it's Y299, sorry. And basically what will happen is this train is going to go to Waycross's receiving yard. And then using the Hump config, which we just created... all right, thanks. I'll take a look. I'll take a look at it after stream. And then using the config that we just made at Waycross's hump yard, we can now sort this train by local. We can then sort it by industry. Because, for example, if we look here, we have some going to DER. But then if you look, let's just see if we can find any more. Look at down here. We have cars going to DER here. So somehow we have to get this car here with those cars there. And that's where being able to sort it by local and then being able to sort it by industry is very helpful. So there we go. Now we have that train there. Let's make another one. We are going to go to, sorry, I always forget which ones are which. Q456-02. And Q456-02 is going to have jacks. So let me just do the same thing here. Blam, blam, and then it's going to be for jacks. So YJacks 01. And let's make another one. Q456-03. Sorry, that's not it. That's A. Q456-03. DPUs, SD70, CSX, tagged for industries. And this one is going to be Y103, which is Y103. It's an auto rack terminal near Waycross. Near Moncrief. So that's why I did that. Something else I could actually do. You know what I'm gonna do? Never mind. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna delete this train, and I'm just gonna add it to this one. So that will no longer be an independent train. It'll be a part of the base supply train. Why did I have Y? Hold on one second. Let me just add this one as well. Why did I? Okay, I mean, I guess I could. Hold on. Ah, man. That spawns a lot of that. Huh. Okay. You know what? What the heck? Why don't I just... Maybe I'll do away with the independent supply trains. Hey, hello. Oh, yeah, shoo. Let me do away with the independent supply trains. This is why I'm building the independent local supply trains, just so that we can service those other industries. It's okay. All right, so I'm going to remove the independent from YJack001. You know what? I'm going to say formally end. There we go. Just so that I know, and that way if later down the road I'm like, you know what? Mateo should have never made that its own supply train. Or should have never put that with the other supply train. I can just do that. So Q456-04. And that is going to have... I did those two, right? Yes, I did. Y103. That's going to have Y299. Blah, 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 blah. Y299. There we go. Y299. Not going to bother taking a look at that one. Why do I keep wanting to put it A? That's not it. 456-05. And we're just going to keep doing this. CSX. And I'm going to do this one as A759. Excuse me. A759. There we go. We'll do A753. Nope. Q45606. Blah, 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 blah. And this one's going to be A753, I believe, right? A753. If I'm not mistaken, that one was A759. Good, we're just checking our work here. Now, let's see Thursday. Should I test the settings for Zomboid? Yeah, let's just test it on Thursday. It'll be a lot more fun if, you know... It'll be a lot more fun to watch us raging because the settings were terrible. I mean, it's up to you, but it's okay. Okay. Cool. So, cool. So now that means, did I do Y124? I don't know if I did Y124. Let me just see here. You know what? As I'm doing this, I should probably write this down on my spreadsheet. So, 01. You know what? You know what I should do? Here's what I'm going to do. 01 equals all. And then I'm going to go here. Y299. No. Let me do this one. This should be 02. So all that tells me is what supply train has YJack001. That's why I'm doing that. Just makes it easier. 95% chance of school being canceled tomorrow for the snow? Huh. Interesting. You know what's funny? I was watching a video from a guy in Florida. Is Florida? No, he's in California. And he's like, I heard it's going to be really, really, really cold outside. They're calling for 40 degrees. And I was like, laughs an Ohioan. All right, Y299. That's going to be 04. A759. This one's A753, correct? Yeah, no. This one is A759. Okay. 05. 006 is 753. Good. There we go. And that just helps me keep things organized. So now, Y124. There we go. There we go. You know what's weird? There's a wrapper that's on my desk, and it's shining in the computer light. And whenever I move my hand away, I always feel like it's my phone turning on, but it's not because my phone's sitting all the way over there. So no way it could be my phone. So this one's going to be 07. Nope. Do you mind, game? 07. Blah, blah, blah. And then let's add, this is Y124. Okay, cool. Reflection. Right, it is the reflection. Whoa. Southern Elm 98, thank you for following. Hopefully you're doing well on this Monday. And I'm going to make this 07. There we go. All right, cool. So here we go. This is what I have right now. As we're making the supply trains, I'm writing in numbers. And this number here is just telling me what supply train has that local. And then underneath, I'm going to put in a number. And 01 basically means supply train 01 has all of these locals here, excluding Y291 and Z606. The reason I'm excluding these two is just because I felt that they were redundant industries. Oh, by the way, thanks for following the other day. Oh, of course. If we just take a look here, we have a couple. Ooh, look at this. So I haven't looked at Moncrief much yet, but they added some new things here at Moncrief. Look at this. Previously, these didn't exist. It was just track, and now they have buildings. So that's pretty cool. And I believe these trees are new. And this whole section right here is new as well. We have like a little service plaza here. And previously it didn't exist, but now it does. And I think it looks very, very good. Anyways, back to what I was saying. The reason I chose to exclude Z606 is because Z606 is Norfolk Southern. And I mean, it doesn't go anywhere. So, I mean, I guess you could like spawn a little Norfolk Southern train and, you know, pretend that Norfolk Southern's taking it off the map. But the track doesn't go that way enough. You know, it doesn't go far enough away. So it just, nah. And then the other one was FEC and TTX. That is for Y291. And it's just one of those industries like, meh, in my opinion. So that's why I removed it from the supply train system. Other than that, I gotta say, this is the first time I'm looking at this area, and look at some of the new stuff that's here. That right there is a new model. Ooh, I've never seen that before. Little international. Oh, that's cool. I've never seen that truck before. Look at the detail of that. That looks very good, actually. And I believe that this is a new asset, so that is very nice. Some of the other new assets they have around here. This right here is something new. Previously, this industry did not have this, which something I might do is I might take CYJ and expand it to these other tracks. We'll see, because as of right now, if we just go in here, what is CYJ? Just so I can take a closer look. CYJ is Conrad Yelvington Jacks. Conrad Yelvington Jacks, which I'm pretty sure would be up here. Conrad Yelvington Jacks. And if I go to edit tracks, it's just these two tracks right here. And I never get cars for CYJU. So I honestly might just expand this industry to be able to take, you know, cars on these other tracks. I don't know if I'm going to do that yet. As of right now, I have no plans on doing that. So I'm just going to go up here, and we're just not going to do anything with that. Let me just take a look at some things here. Wait, why? Okay, let me just... Too much red. Remove that, and just important. There we go. Cool. What's something I wanted to see here, just before we continue what we were doing. Is that an industry? That's not an industry. Could potentially make this an industry, but I have no idea what's here. Something I wanted to check was over here. Because that industry right here, I hate what they did to this industry. Previously, this building was closer to the track, and now it's so far away. I don't like it. Mateo no likey. But that's okay. That's perfectly fine. There's a lot of stuff missing here. In real life, I believe that there's an intermodal terminal here, and this intermodal terminal actually connects. I believe that this intermodal terminal actually connects to this one. I might be wrong on that. You know what? We have Google Maps open. Let's just go to Moncrief. And Mateo's voice is starting to hurt. I need stream water. That's why I grabbed myself a water bottle before I went live. Moncrief. Why are there too many places called Moncrief here? Is that Moncrief? I just want Moncrief, Georgia. No, sorry. It's Moncrief in Jacksonville, Florida. Not Georgia. Obviously, you can see I'm not from around here. Do you mind? Please. All right, so here is Moncrief. This is the rail yard here at Moncrief. And you can see we got the rail yard here. It'd be really nice if I could. Could I like 3D this? I guess it's not 3D. Here is, oh man. So this is right where the Fruit Growers Express industry is. And it hasn't existed for a long time. So nowadays, I'm going to assume it's a repair facility. Unless maybe it's another industry. Maybe, yeah, I have a water bottle. I mean, it's not a stream soda, so I can't call it stream soda. It's not a stream tea, so I can't call it a stream tea. So this is where the Fruit Growers Express industry is. No longer exists. At least I don't believe it exists anymore. And then over here is the TTX industry, and you can see they have box cars. Obviously, they have a bunch of intermodal well cars. I mean, I guess I could fill up this industry for ambience, but meh. And then I believe Florida East Coast Railroad is here. And Florida East Coast Railroad goes down here, and it does its thing. Obviously, in Run8, that's not a thing. But if we go this way, here you can see that Norfolk Southern train line here, and you can see it continues this way. And then right over here, the train goes over a diamond. That there is, let me just check here. Is this what I want to be? Right here. So this here on Google Maps is this right here. And you can see that they have like a little train yard here. And you can kind of see it. I mean, it's not really modeled in. But if we continue, look at this little intermodal facility right here. There's like a massive Norfolk Southern intermodal facility just here. And then if we keep going, we have a little freight yard for whatever this is, an asphalt plant. Keep going, we have a boxcar facility. Something tells me that this no longer runs. Those are reefers. No, they're not. They're just boxcars. Okay, well, we keep going, and eventually you make it to a little railroad diamond. Apparently, it's a lot farther than I thought. Okay, never mind. I thought that this intermodal facility was connected to this one. Yeah, I guess it's not. I guess it's not connected. Either way, it's like right here. And, I mean, I guess you can kind of see it. I mean, that right there maybe is supposed to reference it. But obviously it's not there. So, I mean, we're missing that. And then this is the Jax facility. So, it looks like they actually take reefers here in real life. Ah, interesting. Maybe it's a transloading facility. Interesting. Okay. Huh. Can I go to Street View here? It actually has Street View. Ah. Okay. Okay, and this picture was taken in 2021. Okay, well that's actually really cool. Stop. Halt. Okay. Well that's kind of cool. I don't think that exists in our game. That's okay. Cool. So we have Autorack Terminal. That's just here. That is for that TDSI industry. I don't think we have anything else here. All right. So with that said, we're done with that config. We have started doing the traffic config. Let me just go back here at Taft, and let's just do some talking. So we've edited the hump config, and now we have a traffic config with industries. Not industries, but supply trains. So now it'll spawn in supply trains for Moncrief. I would continue, but I feel like that's a little bit boring. So let's not do that. Anyways, that is how you work the supply train system. That's how you make that's how you make custom spawn points. Now we've worked with the hump config. What else should I do? Should I start at school today? As you probably know, 2 of my hard drives failed. So I found a server on B&H for oh my goodness. So I kept saying about have to spend $56,000 on a server. I'm a comedian, so I have to do it. All of my teachers know very, very well that they know my grandfather takes pictures for sports, and he's a lawyer, so they'll make fun of him sometimes. Oh, that's cool. Huh. Interesting. That's really cool. Okay. Cool. Cool. Well, something we're going to do is we're just going to start configuring. Am I going to configure Fitzgerald right now? Is that what I want to do? No, that's not what we're going to do. You know what? I'll come back tomorrow and we'll start working on Fitzgerald. We'll start working on Fitzgerald, and I guess something we can do is, you know what? I'm just going to start punching data. They like to joke around a lot. Your teachers do? That's good. I had a couple teachers that were like that. Most weren't, unfortunately. So, okay, so now that I have this, hello? Why is it named that? Why is it named... in a positive way. Okay, that's good. Real quick, I'm just going to take a quick screenshot of this. I'm going to send this to our little A-line chat. Almost done with this. Just have a few more things to do. Just need to make an outbound config. Okay, cool. Nice. Well, that's good. So, okay, so you know what? I guess we'll just make an outbound config. Why don't I do that? Hello, there we go. Outbound config. And I just want to take a look at some of the outbound tags. So, what do some of the outbound tags look like? Okay, ham. All right, I'm going to take a picture of that. And I'm just going to go over here and I'm going to put it in my spam channel. And this is just going to be a reference, so I don't have to keep looking at that. I'm going to hop off and let you know. Let me know if we're doing RO. You know what I can do to change. Okay, I will let you know. All right. So, with that said, the hump config doesn't have you use 1, 2, or 3. And if we open up the milepost tags with Shift F8, we can see 1, 2, 3 is just here. Why don't they use this one? Oh, obviously they don't use this one because there's no way to get to it. I'm going to assume that the reason they don't use these are because they're very small, but that would make sense to not use 04 either, because 04 is also very small. 05 is probably the first big one, and then 06. Have a good one, Mikey. Thank you for hopping on for a bit. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We have 13 outbound tags. Are there any other ones that I'm missing? Is Atlanta a thing? Atlanta is there. Okay, you know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. You know what? I'm gonna put this in my spreadsheet. Hello? I'm just gonna put this in my spreadsheet because it'll be easiest if I just start punching this in. F11, sorry, not F12. All right. Shoot. Okay, I'm really running out of space here. Where can I put this in at? Where do I have space to put this? All right, I guess I'll just make space. All right, I guess I'll just put it here. Outbound tags. Okay, Let's do ham, nas, Knoll. Did I do nas? Is that one of the industries? Hold up. Isn't NAS is one of the industries? Hold on one second. Why A730 has an industry called NAS, and yet right here is an outbound tag for NAS. I'm going to have to take a look at that real quick. All right, let's not get ahead of ourselves. I'm going to bold that just so that I remember I have to take a look at that, and I'm just going to question that, mark that. Knoll, ATL, ATL Cincinnati, Birmingham, Mob. I don't know what Mob is. Savannah, Augustine, I believe is that. Selkirk, MTG, CHI, CH. Did I say CJI? Sorry, I just combined my lettering there. CHI and then CH. My traffic config, since it got lost in the update. Okay. Sorry, I'm just having to send some things away. Okay, so with that, are there any other ones here? Atlanta, Cincinnati. This one has Waycross. What's GPC? GPC is an industry. GPC is an industry on... No, that's GPG. GPG is an industry on A730. I'm going to have to take a look at that. Okay. Well, I guess for the heck of it, you know what I can do? I can make a space and I can put wax for Waycross, and then I'm going to just make GPC. Am I going crazy? Wait, hold on. A720. A720 GPC. Okay. Why does it like that? All right, I'm going to have to double check some of these because some of these are really weird. Oro, TFT. Oh, I'm going to have to make some for that. Ooh, that's important. Houston. Oh, man. Okay, I guess we have a lot more. Okay, that's great. Hold on, let me just get my life organized. Okay, Houston. Some of these outbound tags are really weird. That's a little bit concerning to me. Okay. I have an idea. Here's what we're gonna do. So these are the outbound tags. These tags that I have just here are the outbound tags for my current config. Okay. And as of right now, I have the default the default Fitzgerald config currently in this in connected to my config basically. And that means that some of the outbound tags that might exist don't exist in the rest of my config. So when we are configuring the Fitzgerald industries, whether that's tomorrow or Wednesday, because it definitely won't be today, I'm going to have to change that. All right. Okay, I'm going to have to change that then. Okay, I think TFT is one of the tags I'm going to have to change. TFT, I'm going to need one for TFT because that one goes off the map. What else? Mon? No, I don't want anything from Mon. TPA, we could do TPA. I'm going to have to change some of these. Chicago. All right, let me make one for TPA. Let's make one for NBJ. I guess we could. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna and we're just gonna separate this. We're just gonna separate this to make it a little bit easier because when we configure this, I'm gonna have to change it a little bit. Yeah. Okay. See what these outbound tags look like. They're all the same. Well, that one there, A726, that makes sense. That's why that one's different. Okay, so all the industries that I have here, except for the ones on the Fitzgerald, were configured by the depot. So when we configure these industries in the next episode, I am going to have to go in and change their outbound tags, because if you look at the default hump config for Waycross, it actually has some of this. I want to say that there's one for Houston, there's one for North Platts, there's one for FTW. And the depot hump config just doesn't have it. So that's something I'm gonna have to fix. All right, cool. I should make myself a note. I should make myself a note of that. All right. Okay. So with that said, I'm just gonna start making things. Let's go to. Why does it save like that? Look, it also saved this one to say car type config. Why? I don't understand. I don't understand why it did that. All right, let's start off on 04. I'm going to put not used, just because these ones don't have a lot of space. I'm going to put not used. Not used. What? Why did it do that? That was weird. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There are a total of 64. Should I make 3 overflow? So if I do 64 and then... Wait, hold on. What? Am I miscounting? Is Mateo crazy? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There's 13. 64 divided by 13. Divide by 13 equals 4, which means that I could essentially have 4 overflow tracks for each industry. I'm not going to do that, though, because that's too many. So I'm going to have... Maybe I should just do 2 overflow tracks for each. Or maybe I just shouldn't bother with the outbound config yet. I'm going to have to figure that out. Spawn entirely with the A730 local cars. P30 routing. AI should avoid that. Oh, what? Why? AI should avoid Brunswick. Why? Excerpt from the default config. Listing of all trains that would go to Bostwick. No, it's Bostwick. Spots where the AI with those tags and eventually create a jam. Whichever config has it, see as a client. Just want to make it known. Okay. Oh, that was Deebs that posted that. To clarify my suggestion, the average spawn point as no player should go. So what you mean, had 4 trains spawn. Huh. Interesting. I'm going to have to take a look at that. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. You know what I might do? I'm going to make this outbound config later. Well, with that said, I'm going to end the stream here. I've got some things I got to figure out with some of the information that we have learned today. Next live stream, we are going to start focusing on the Fitzgerald sub. And we're going to begin configuring industries along that route. One thing I'm going to do a lot of for the industries there is I'm going to expand a lot of them. Besides for changing the outbound tags, which we obviously see we need to do. Let me just spawn to one of these industries. Let's just go to OSS. I need to expand how much track these industries have in them. Because as of right now, the industries are very tiny. And this industry here can take gondolas. And personally, if I was the one that made this industry, I would have had it expand to the platform. So the problem that I see with a lot of the industries along Fitzgerald is that a lot of them are very tiny. And they don't take up all the track that, their industry allows. I guess PPC kind of does. There was another industry that really didn't. Let's see if I can find it. MFV, maybe? MFV actually has quite a bit of space. But something we could do is expand it so that this track here also takes that industry. MPT. MPT is a good example. We could probably expand it to go all the way out here, you know. Besides for having to change the outbound tags again. All right, so A730. I think A730 was a big one. Yeah, look at how tiny that is. We could expand it to go all the way to the end of this track here. What is this? That's a little branch line. Okay. And obviously you can see the same thing here. We could expand it. We can expand this industry so much more so it can take more. And that's really what I want to do with a lot of the Fitzgerald industries. So with that said, we are going to do that tomorrow, hopefully. I am going to finish the traffic config off screen because that's going to be a lot of the same stuff. But yeah, with that said, thank you for watching. And, well, I will see everybody later.